caterpillar does not fight what it is becoming. It trusts the dark. So can you? I am the chrysalis, and I am the wings. I trust the dark, where the becoming sings. I am dissolving into something more. There is a season that no one talks about, the one between the caterpillar's doubt and the butterfly's first breath of open air, the dark and formless middle that was there. Inside the chrysalis the form dissolves, the old identity completely evolves into something that has no name yet, a sacred soup the universe has set to simmer in the dark until the day the new form knows exactly what to say. And I have been inside the dark cocoon and thought the dark would swallow me too soon, but something wise inside me always knew the chrysalis was making me brand new. If you are in the formless middle right now, you are not dissolving, you are becoming. I am the chrysalis and I am the wings. I am the dark cocoon and all it brings. I am the dissolving and the new form too. I am the whole sacred process coming through. I trust, I soften, I become. The chrysalis and the wings are one. I am the chrysalis and I am free. The wings were always growing inside me. The biologist will tell you something strange, that inside the chrysalis the complete range of caterpillar cells dissolves to soup. Not one cell passes through the sacred loop, and yet the butterfly that emerges whole contains the memory of its former soul. The transformation is complete and real, and yet the essential something that you feel, the self continues through the dissolution. The I persists through total revolution, and so I trust my own dissolving too. The self I am will carry itself through. The you that you have always been is not lost in the becoming. It is being carried through it. I am not losing myself inside this change. I am becoming more of my own range. The wings do not replace the one who crawled. They are the crawling one, completely called into its highest and most luminous form, the self made new after the sacred storm. I am the chrysalis and I am the wings. I am the dark cocoon and all it brings. I am the dissolving and the golden new. I am the alchemy that carries me through. I trust, I soften, I emerge. The chrysalis and the wings converge. I am the chrysalis and I am whole. The wings were always in my soul. Share this with someone in the chrysalis right now. The wings are already forming. Chrysalis wings becoming whole. I trust the dark that is making me gold. Inside the chrysalis, the butterfly fly is not waiting, it is happening. The alchemists were not turning lead into gold. They were discovering that the lead was already gold, just unrecognized. The lead was always gold. I just could not see it yet. The alchemy was recognition, not transformation. The ancient ones who searched for how to turn the base metals into gold to earn the secrets of the universe complete. They knew the outer quest was incomplete. The true great work was never in the flask, it was the inner alchemy to ask, what if the lead I carry is the gold, unrecognized, unpolished, and untold? What if the weight of what I thought was base was actually the densest form of grace? And what if all the work required was not transformation, but a change in how one was perceiving what was always in the hand, the gold disguised as lead across the land? What have you been calling lead in yourself that has been gold all along? The lead was always gold inside, the densest gift that I had tried to hide. The lead was always precious, always true. The alchemy was learning how to view. I see, I know, I claim. The lead and gold were always the same. The lead was always gold, and now I hold the most precious version of my story told. The sensitivity I call too much to bear was golden thread that only I could wear. The depth that I call darkness in my soul was the mine where all the riches made me whole. The wildness that the world could not contain was the horse that knew the sacred unbeaten plain. The intensity that others called too bright was the furnace that refined me into light. Each thing I called my lead was all along the material of my most exquisite song. I was never base, I was just dense, the gold compressed by pressure immense. Name the thing you called your flaw. It was not a flaw. It was gold in a form you had not recognized yet. The great work of the alchemist is this, to see what has been there in the amiss, the overlooked, the discarded, the left to know it for the gold it is, bereft of nothing, only recognition still. The sacred seeing that fulfills the will. The lead was always gold inside, the densest gift was nothing to hide. The lead was always precious, always mine. The alchemy was learning how to shine. I see, I know, I am the gold I always was, and has been calling their gifts, their flaws. Lead, gold, same scene, the most precious thing I am has always been. You were never less than gold. You were only unrecognized. The metal must melt completely before it can take its new form. The melting is not the end. It is the most creative moment. I am molten right now, and I trust this. I have no fixed form, and that is the gift. I flow. I am made. I become. There is a state between the old and new, where neither form is fixed and nothing's true in the way it was before or will yet be. The molten state is terrifying and free. I have been poured into the crucible before. The heat applied until I was no more. The shape I'd been, just liquid undefined. The self unstructured, formless and unlined. And every time the melting came for me, I thought the loss of form was loss of me. But the metal worker knows what I now trust. The melting is not ruin, it is just the prerequisite of the new design. The molten state is where all forms are mine. If you feel like you have no fixed form right now, you are in the most creative state available. Trust it. I trust the molten state I'm in, the formless place where new forms begin. I trust the heat that made me flow. The dissolution helps me grow. I melt, I flow, I am remade in the molten state. I am not afraid, I trust the molten state. And when I cool, I will be more golden than I knew. The goldsmith knows the liquid gold holds more potential than the solid form before. In flow, it can become any sacred shape. In flow, no destiny can it escape. The mold is set and the gold is poured inside, and what emerges when the cooling's tried is something that the solid lump could not have been. In the old form it always got. The melting was the unlocking of the range, the opening of every sacred change. And so I bless the heat that set me free from every solid shape I used to be. Feel the fluidity in you right now, the unset potential. This is your most powerful state. I do not need to know the final mold to trust the sacred flow of liquid gold. The craftsman holds the vision, I hold the flow. waking new. I trust the molten state I'm in, the liquid place where all things begin. I trust the heat and trust the flow. In the molten state I shine and glow. I melt, I flow, I am complete. The molten state makes the becoming sweet. I trust the molten and I know when I set I will be the most beautiful version yet. Share this with someone in the middle of their own melting. Molten, flowing, trusting, gold. The liquid state is the most creative story told. You are not formless. You are between forms. The most beautiful shape is still being poured. The caterpillar had no category for sky. It could not imagine what it did not yet have the wings to reach. Neither could you, until now. The caterpillar never knew the sky, and I did not know what I would become until the wings arrived. When I was small and close against the ground, the whole world was the leaf where I was found. I could not see beyond the stem and bark, the canopy above me in the dark. My world was green and close and known and slow, and I thought that was all there was to know. I had no word for wind, I had not felt it, had no word for flight, I had not dealt it. The sky was not a dream I held below, I simply had no knowledge of its glow. And then the chrysalis, and then the dark, and then the moment of the first sacred spark of wing, and with the wing the sudden sense of a dimension vast and yet immense. What dimensions are waiting for you that you have no language for yet? They are already forming. The caterpillar never knew the sky until the wings gave it a reason to fly. The caterpillar never knew the white until the becoming opened every side. Waits and forms I cannot name, because I have not yet arrived. There came what love exists in dimensions I have not the wing for yet, in the not yet slot. The caterpillar could not conceive the air, but the air was always there above its lair. The sky was patient while the leaf was known, and waited while the wings were being grown. And now I think of all the sacred wide, the dimensions of abundance yet untried. They are not absent, they are waiting still for the wing that is already growing to fulfill. The abundance you cannot yet imagine is real. The wing for it is already growing. I release my loyalty to the leaf. I know the familiar and the close and the below. I honor it, it kept me fed and here. But the sky is calling and the call is clear, and I rise not away from what I was, but toward what I always could, because the wings were in the chrysalis all along, and the sky was in the first line of the song. The caterpillar never knew the sky until the wings gave it every reason to fly. The caterpillar never knew the vast until the becoming had opened at last. I rise, I open, I discover all. The sky I never knew is where I'll fall in love with every dimension still to come. The caterpillar never knew the sky, but I do. I'm done. Share this with someone who cannot yet imagine the sky that is already forming above them. Sky, wings, unknown, found. I am discovering dimensions I never knew were around. The sky was always there. You were just growing the wings to reach it. The sky. The caterpillar was not a failed butterfly. Every version of you was whole and complete in its own sacred season. Every version of me was sacred. The caterpillar and the wings and the in-between. I honor all of them. I used to want to skip the early chapters to jump to the butterfly and all its raptures. I was ashamed of the slowly feeding days, the earthbound and the unwinged earthy ways. But something in me has begun to know the caterpillar was the one who had to grow. The very substance from which wings were made. Without the leaf time, nothing could have stayed. To fuel the chrysalis and the great transform, the early version was the one who formed the raw material of everything I am. The caterpillar was the whole sacred plan. I bow to her who ate her way to this, the earthbound one earliest version of yourself right now. She was gathering everything you would need. Every version of me was sacred and whole, the caterpillar and the wings and the soul. Every version I have been was the right one for the season where it lived under the sun. I honor all, I bless all, I bow. Every version of me is sacred now. Every version of me was gold and true. The whole journey made me into you. The version made of fear that ran away. She was protecting something in her way. The version that stayed too long when it was done. She was learning love before it could be won. The version that could not yet speak her truth. She was gathering the words of her own proof. The version that believed the smallest story. She was not yet ready for her glory. Each one was doing everything she could with what she had as best she understood. And none of them deserved the grief I gave. They all deserve the honor of the brave. The version of you that you judge most harshly. She was doing her absolute best. Honor her. I am the sum of every version I have been, the whole accumulated sacred scene. Not despite the early ones, but because of them. Each version was the necessary stem of the flower I am now in fullest bloom. Every version was a sacred room. Every version of me was sacred and whole, the caterpillar and the wings and the soul. Every version of me was the right one then for the season where it lived. And when I honor all, I bless all, I release. Every version of me rests now in peace. Every version of me was always gold and true, and every version brought me here to you. Share this with someone who has been at war with their past self. Sacred, all of them honored whole. Every version of me was part of my soul. You do not have to disown who you were to love who you are. You survived the fire. You trusted the chrysalis. You flowed in the molten state. And now look, you are the gold. I have become the gold. I am the result of every sacred process. I am the gold. I did not know when I was in the fire that the burning was refining me to higher, for the most precious and the most refined, the version only furnaces could find. I did not know inside the chrysalis that the dissolving was the genesis of something winged and luminous and new. I only knew I could not see it through. future was below, prepared and waiting for my liquid grace. I only felt the formlessness of space, but all of those unknowings were the art. The not knowing was the most sacred part. Look at what the fire made you. Look at what the chrysalis revealed. You have become the gold. I have become the gold. I am the gold, the most precious version ever told. I have become the gold through fire and through the chrysalis and all the molten true. I am complete, I am refined, I shine. I have become the gold and gold is mine. I have become the gold, the alchemy is done. I am the gold beneath the sacred sun. The processes I hated most in me were the refining fires of alchemy. The relationships that burned too hot to hold, they were the furnace helping me get bold. The losses that dissolved my certainty, they were the chrysalis becoming free. The seasons of not knowing who I was, they were the molten state that makes, because the new form meets the old to have run out before the new design could come about. I bless every fire and every dark cocoon. I bless the molten midnight and the moon of every season that I thought was lost. I have become the gold they bore across. Feel the gold you have become. Every experience was refining you toward this moment. I am not gold because I had it easy. I am gold because the fire made me, not despite the process. Through it all, I arrived here, answering the call. And what I am now standing in today is the richest version of my sacred way. The alchemy has done its sacred work and left nothing of the dross to lurk. I have become the gold. I am the gold, the most precious version ever told. I have become the gold through every fire, every sacred quest. I am complete, I am refined, I am whole. I have become the gold of my own soul. I have become the gold, and this is true. The alchemy made me, and I made it through. Subscribe to carry this gold into every week, and share it with someone still in the furnace. Gold arrived, made complete. I have become the most sacred version I will ever meet. I am the gold, I am the gold, I am the gold. The fire did not take from you. It gave you back to yourself as gold.